Japan is the country that arguably has the best rail system in the world, with highly efficient, high-speed trains and rapid transit systems. The majority of these systems are actually run by JR. JR was established from the Japan National Railway Company, who assembled multiple companies running rail systems under a single company. They run all high-speed rail systems and most above-ground rapid transit systems in Japan. With $22 billion of profits and amazing punctuality, JR connects all corners of Japan. JR is actually split into 6 companies. From north to south, there is JR Hokkaido, covering the island of Hokkaido. JR East, covering all operations in and north of Tokyo on the island of Honshu. JR Central runs lines between Osaka and Tokyo. JR West runs all lines south of Osaka on Honshu. JR Shinkoku runs all JR lines on the island of Shinkoku. JR Kyushu runs all JR lines on the island of Kyushu. The biggest flagship of JR operations is currently the Shinkansen. Originally developed by the Japanese government, the Shinkansen was the revolutionary invention that railways needed in the 60s. With diminishing demand being taken by automobiles,
there's nothing like a new car
and aircraft, with some trains still being steam trains, the Shinkansen was thought to be a useless endeavor by the Japanese government. However, the Japanese government still continued with the project, which was completed in October 1964. The first trains started running between Tokyo and Osaka, and once they did, the success of the bullet train could not be ignored. The first Shinkansens could reach 130 miles per hour, being almost twice as fast as previous trains. This was achieved by switching to a standard gauge track system with a wider track to allow higher top speeds, and tunneling straight through mountains instead of around them to decrease the amount of curves. Many countries now use bullet trains, such as Germany's ICE, France's TGV, and China's Gaotie. Shinkansens now regularly reach 200 miles per hour and span from Hokkaido to Kyushu with 9 lines. The Tokaido line, the Sanyo line, the Tohoku line, the Joetsu line, the Hokkaido line, the Kyushu line, the Nishi Kyushu line, and the Hokkaido Shinkansen lines. Shinkansen operations are now run by JR and have over 400 million yearly users. JR also runs narrow gauge systems that are used as transport for rural areas or as a rapid transit option within cities. Let's take a city as Tokyo, for example. If you arrive at either Narita or Haneda Airport, there will be numerous connections to the center of the city. For example, if you landed at Narita, JR runs the Narita Express, or at Haneda, JR also runs the Tokyo Monorail. In Tokyo, JR runs a total of 38 lines that all connect at Tokyo Station at the center. The biggest line would be the Yamanote line, running the E235 narrow gauge train on quad tracks in a westerly circle from Tokyo Station. The line regularly reaches 150% capacity, but in some occasions can reach 250% capacity, with an average daily ridership of 4 million people. This is due to the line passing through the main Tokyo business hubs of Tokyo, Shinagawa, and Shinjuku, and many others. JR also operates out of downtown Tokyo to places such as Saitama or Chiba, with the Keio lines an example that operates to Chiba. Under the city center, where JR lines are few and far between, is the Tokyo Metro Network, run by the Japanese and Tokyo government, connecting inner Tokyo with 10 lines of rapid transit systems. The system might be the best metro network in the world, with on-time and frequent trains, with high density allowing someone to live no farther than a 10-minute walk from a metro station in downtown Tokyo. The system has more than 8 million daily riders and has a total of 200 miles of track with 180 stations. The oldest line by far is the Ginza line, which actually runs on standard gauge third rail 600-volt tracks. The Ginza line opened in 1927 and gets its name from the famous Ginza shopping area, which it connects. Later, in the 1960s to 70s, More lines appeared that ran on narrow-gauge overhead 1500-volt tracks such as the Hibiya line and the Tozai line, which is the biggest line with almost 2 million daily riders. There aren't just these companies in Tokyo, however. There are many private companies who run monorails and trams and other rail lines in Tokyo. Every line I've talked about are all payable by Suica or Passmo cards, which are all just a single card to increase convenience. Japan may have the largest and most profitable rail network in the world due to its great connectivity, convenience, and price being extremely affordable, usually being only a couple cents or $1 or $2. Comparing this with rail systems in the United States, Japan is far ahead. The United States may have a couple systems of rail lines, however, they are slow and expensive. Hopefully things such as California High Speed, the United States could improve in its rail services to match Japan.